for info only, not financial advice.
All right.
Get ready to explore the world of international ETFs.
With Channel Vest.
With Channel Vest.
Yes.
You're with Channel Vest. This is your analysis.
That's right.
We're talking top international ETFs for 2025.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
You're in for a treat. Because the report we're diving into today, we made it.
That's right. We analyzed mountains of data, crunched the numbers, and distilled everything down to the top 5 international ETFs that we believe have the highest potential for long-term returns.
So these aren't your typical run-of-the-mill ETFs.
Right.
These are the heavy hitters, the global champions, poised to take your portfolio to the next level.
Absolutely.
You won't believe this, but international equities are absolutely crushing it this year.
They are.
As of mid-February 2025, they've returned a whopping 7.2% year-to-date.
That's right. And it's quite a contrast to the S&P 500, which is lagging behind at a mere 4.5%.
Oh.
This signals a potential shift in market leadership. Wow.
And we want to make sure you're positioned to capitalize on it.
Okay, so you're with Channel Vest. This is your analysis.
Absolutely.
Stick around.
Okay.
Because we're going to reveal all 5 of these powerhouse ETFs, starting with number 5.
All right.
And working our way up to the coveted number 1 spot.
Oh.
Get ready for some serious aha moments.
First up, we have the Schwab International Dividend Equity ETF.
Okay.
Or SCHY for short.
That's SCHY.
This ETF is a dividend lover's dream.
Got it.
Focusing on high-yield quality stocks outside the U.S.
Launched in 2021.
Yep.
SCHY is a relative newcomer to the ETF scene.
That's right.
But it's already making waves.
It is.
It boasts an impressive 4.2% dividend yield.
Yes.
And hold on to your hats, because the expense ratio is just 0.14%.
That's low.
That means more money stays in your pocket.
Yes.
This is insane.
What's really interesting is that SCHY has about $0.8 billion in assets under management.
And that number is steadily growing as income-hungry investors jump on board.
Oh.
People are waking up to the potential of international dividends.
So,
yeah.
Okay, let's take a peek under the hood and see what kind of companies make up this dividend powerhouse.
All right, SCHY's portfolio reads like a who's who of global giants with a focus on Europe and other developed markets. You'll find familiar names like Rothschild Holding, a Swiss healthcare behemoth, VIGI SA, a French construction and concessions giant, GSK PLC, a British pharmaceutical powerhouse, and Total Energies, SE, a French multinational energy company.
Wait. There's more.
Wait.
These companies aren't just big names.
Right.
They're industry leaders in sectors known for their stability and consistent dividends.
Precisely. Healthcare, industrials, and energy. These are the bedrock sectors that tend to weather economic storms and continue paying out dividends, rain or shine.
Speaking of weathering storms,
you
know what's fascinating here?
What?
Analysts are singing SCHY's praises, calling it a lower risk way to tap into international markets and predicting strong long-term performance.
They have a point.
Yeah.
By diversifying outside of the U.S. And focusing on high-quality dividend payers. SCHY offers a compelling combination of income and growth potential.
Yeah.
It's like having your cake and eating it too. But with international flavor.
You won't believe it. Up next, we've got VGI.
Okay.
The Vanguard International Dividend Appreciation ETF.
All right.
This one is for investors who love to see those dividend checks grow bigger and bigger over time.
Got it.
Stick around.
Oh?
VGI strategy is all about identifying international companies with a proven track record of increasing their dividends year after year.
Okay.
They're not just paying dividends, they're consistently raising the bar.
You're with Channel Vest. This is your analysis.
All right.
This is insane. Wait, let me tell you.
Okay.
VGI has been absolutely crushing it in terms of performance.
Over the past 5 years, it's delivered an average annualized return of about 7.8%.
That's good.
That's enough to make any investor do a happy dance.
It's important to note that VGI has a massive $7.4 billion in assets under management.
Wow.
Which speaks volumes about investor confidence in this ETF.
Okay.
And on top of that, it boasts a super low expense ratio of just 0.10%.
Oh, wow.
That's practically giving away free money.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's dive into VGI's portfolio and see who the stars of the show are.
This is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
VGI holds a basket of global blue-chip companies, all known for their consistent dividend increases and long-term stability. You'll find names like SAP SE, a German software giant, Roche Holding, which we just discussed. Novartis, another Swiss pharmaceutical powerhouse.
Okay.
Nestlé, the world's largest food and beverage company.
Wow.
And Sony, a Japanese multinational conglomerate.
Wow.
Right?
Each company is a titan in its respective industry and has a history of delivering value to shareholders.
Exactly. These companies have built strong competitive advantages.
Yeah.
Often referred to as economic moats, which protect their profits and allow them to consistently increase those dividend payouts.
You won't believe it. Experts are raving about VGI, calling it a fantastic core holding for international diversification and praising its focus on high-quality companies. What's not to love?
It's truly a buy-and-hold investor's dream, providing exposure to a diversified group of international companies that are committed to rewarding shareholders. You're essentially investing in a portfolio of global dividend-paying champions.
Hold on to your hats, because we're moving on to number 3, VXUS.
Got it.
This is insane.
VXUS, or the Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, is the ultimate one-stop shop for global diversification.
Wow.
It covers the entire world outside the U.S., giving you exposure to a mind-blowing 8,500-plus stocks.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's like owning a piece of every corner of the globe, except for the U.S.
You're with ChannelVest. This is your analysis.
That's right.
Talk about spreading your risk.
Yeah.
VXUS has a 5-year annualized return hovering around 6–7%, which is pretty solid.
It is.
And the best part.
What?
It has an ultra-low expense ratio of just 0.05%.
Wow.
We're talking about practically free diversification here.
That's right. VXUS is the largest international equity ETF out there, with a staggering $81.6 billion in assets under management.
Wow.
Investors clearly see the value in this comprehensive global portfolio.
Okay, let's dive into VXUS's holdings. So, what kind of companies are we talking about here?
VXUS casts a wide net holding stocks from both developed and emerging markets, giving you a truly balanced global exposure.
Got it.
Think of it like a well-crafted tapestry woven with threads from every corner of the world.
Okay.
You'll find familiar names like Taiwan Semiconductor, TSM, a global semiconductor manufacturing giant, Novo Nordisk, a Danish pharmaceutical company leading the charge in diabetes care, Toyota Motor, a Japanese automotive icon, Tencent Holdings, a Chinese multinational technology and entertainment conglomerate, and Shell plc, an energy giant with a global footprint.
That's a truly diverse mix of companies.
It is.
But wait, there's more.
Right.
Strategists are predicting that international equities will outperform U.S. stocks in the coming years. And VXUS is perfectly positioned to ride that wave.
Makes sense.
It's the perfect long-term core holding, capturing every region's growth story in one convenient package.
VXUS is like having a diversified international portfolio in your pocket. Wow. You get exposure to Europe's established firms, emerging Asia's tech champions, and everything in between.
Wow.
It's like having a front row seat to the global growth story.
You won't believe this, but there's even more to come.
Okay.
We're just getting started.
All right.
Buckle up as we unveil the next 2 ETFs on our list.
Okay.
Including the coveted #1 spot.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to miss this.
Got it.
Stick around.
All right. Get ready for number 2.
Okay.
It's VSS, the Vanguard FTSE All-World ex-US Small Cap ETF.
This is insane.
I know, right?
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
This ETF is all about unlocking the explosive growth potential of international small cap stocks.
That's right.
You won't believe it.
It's true. Small caps are often overlooked, but they can deliver outsized returns over the long run. Think of it like this. They have more room to grow than those massive multinational companies.
You're with ChannelVest.
Okay.
This is your analysis.
That's right.
VSS has a 5-year annualized return of around 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad considering its focus on small caps.
Right.
Plus, it boasts that signature Vanguard low expense ratio of just 0.08%.
That's right. Very low.
This ETF manages around $8.8 billion in assets.
It's worth highlighting that VSS holds almost 4,800 small cap stocks from every corner of the world.
Oh, wow.
Except for the U.S.
Really?
Talk about diversification.
So where are these small cap gems hiding?
VSS casts a wide net geographically, but focuses primarily on industrials, consumer discretionary, and financials. These are sectors where small companies often thrive, bringing innovation and agility to the global marketplace.
You're with ChannelVest.
Yeah.
This is your analysis.
Yes.
Experts have pointed out that international small caps can offer a significant performance premium over the long term.
They can.
Sure, they might be riskier.
Right.
But that growth potential.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's a classic case of higher risk, higher reward.
Exactly.
These companies are often at the forefront of innovation disrupting industries and capturing market share.
They are.
Investing in VSS is like placing a bet on the future of global growth.
I like that.
Stick around.
Okay.
We've arrived at the grand finale.
Right.
The moment you've all been waiting for.
Here we go.
You won't believe it.
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. It's VWO.
VWO.
The Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets ETF.
Okay.
Snagging the #1 spot.
This is insane.
I know, right?
VWO, the emerging markets powerhouse.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster over the past decade.
It has.
But as of early 2025,
yeah,
VWO is boasting a year-to-date performance of around 10%.
That's right. And on top of that, impressive performance.
Wow.
It boasts a rock-bottom expense ratio of just 0.08% and manages a whopping $80.6 billion in assets.
Wow.
That's more than all the other ETFs on our list combined.
You're with Channel Vest? This is your analysis.
That's right.
Tell me more about VWO's strategy and holdings. What makes it tick?
VWO covers around 5,000 stocks across 24 emerging economies.
Wow.
Think of the Asian giants. China, India, and Taiwan, they're leading the charge.
Okay.
You'll find companies like Taiwan Semiconductor, Tencent Holdings, Alibaba, and Meituan in its top holdings.
Analysts are buzzing, predicting that the 2020s could be the decade for emerging markets.
They are.
VWO is perfectly positioned to capture that upside.
It is.
One analyst even called an India-focused ETF his top 2025 strong buy idea.
Wow.
This is insane.
That optimism extends to emerging markets as a whole.
Okay.
There's a reason VWO is ranked #1. Many emerging market economies, especially India and Southeast Asia, are experiencing rapid GDP growth.
Wow.
Ranging from 5% to 7% annually.
Stick around.
That's significantly higher than the roughly 2% growth seen in developed nations.
Wow.
Exactly. What's fascinating here is that the middle class is expanding in these countries, driving consumption and fueling earnings growth for local companies. It's a virtuous cycle of growth and opportunity.
But you know what's really interesting?
What?
Even a relatively mature emerging market like China is seeing new growth drivers, like tech and green energy. So what does all of this mean for our listeners? How can they use this information to make informed investment decisions?
A U.S. investor seeking long-term growth should consider a combination of these ETFs that aligns with their individual risk profile.
Can you give us an example?
Absolutely. A core satellite approach might use VXUS or VGI as a core holding, with overweights in emerging markets through VWO and small caps through VSS for extra return potential. They could even consider adding SCHY for income stability.
That's a great point.
Right.
Not all investors have the same risk tolerance or investment goals.
Exactly.
Right.
It's about finding the right mix of ETFs to create a portfolio that aligns with your specific needs and aspirations.
This is insane. What stood out to you? Which ETF sparked your interest? Remember, the U.S. market isn't the only game in town. Could adding some international flavor be the secret ingredient to supercharging your investment returns? Don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments. We love hearing from you.
We'll see you next time for another deep dive.